All right, that should do it. Can you guys hear me? I'm gonna put my mouse down. All right. So, just checking to see if you guys can hear me okay from here. I got a whole kind of setup going on here. Let me stoke the fire right quick, and we'll get into the beginnings here. So, oh, let's see. Okay, got no sound? Let me get back to OBS here right quick. Mic aux, video capture device, desktop audio, audio input capture 2, audio 1. Where's that at? Oh, I'll just unmute all of them. Okay, that looks probably like it's going to echo. All right. Let me check here. And, well, I can hear me. All right. I don't know if you guys can or not, but we're going to go with it. All right. Well, this is irritating. I'll have to open up my phone. All right. Not that. Now it's going to give me an ad. Oh, what's going on, Rob?
When the sawdust settles and the engine finally roars.
All right, let's see what I got here. And let me turn the damn Wi-Fi off, too. Oh, yeah, I got audio. Assholes. All right. Okay, so, let's show you what we're going to build today. Assuming everything's fucking working. All right. And I gotta have this on OBS because I gotta see what I'm doing. Damn it. There we go. All right. So this is the shelf I'm gonna build tonight. The brackets are horseshoes, and then it's got horseshoe nail hooks on it. And I'm gonna kind of go through the whole process. I mean, this is an easy peasy thing. I haven't really timed how long it takes, but we'll figure that out. And in the chat wise, we got yeah, You know, it's your whole no sound comment that hosed me there. Read the chat, Alex. No problem. Yeah, I got it. I'm seeing the occasional brief, the spinning wheel of death. Yeah, and I don't know what the hell's going on with that, other than the fact that maybe somebody's in there streaming something, but we're gonna have to deal with it. All right. So, anyways, back to what I was doing here. So I've got. Oh, and I also wanted to point out, like, the condition of, the floor in my shop versus, Yameza's shop. While it's not perfect, it's also there. You don't have to dig for the tools you're looking for in a pile on the floor. So, anyways, I've got all of the stuff laid out here that we're gonna need. I am prepared, mofo's, prepared. So, first thing I need is 8 horseshoe nails, which I already have, thank goodness. And just in case, by some weird thing, you don't know how that's done, I'll show you. That's all the length I got. So, I do it all cold. Take a horseshoe nail. It's flat on one side. I always put the flat side down, and then just kind of flatten that out. And if I was doing multiple ones, I would flatten all of them first, and then I take these little bitty jewelry pliers right here, and I just, whoo, that's hot. No kidding, right? And then I just grip it right about there. Ooh. Close them down. And I take my scrolling pliers, and I have a particular, the rusty one is the one that goes on top. Stick that there. Rotate it around. And there's the hook. That took, what, a minute? If I wasn't talking about it. And ow! I'm still tripping over shit. Then I put it in this little jig right here. Wait a minute before I do that. Almost forgot. Punch it. Put it in the jig. And this drill bit is too small for my half-inch drill, so I use it in this little hand drill. Until such time as I break that drill bit. That's crazy. I've done 100 damn holes with that thing, and now it's broke. Okay. Awesome. Come on, back out of there. And there's a horseshoe nail. God dang it, come on. Really? Anyways. And with a snap of the finger, oh, I have 8 done already. Yeah, so, like that. I'm done with the jig. And then I need... God damn it! This is not going my way. Jesus! Anyways, we're also going to need 2 horseshoes for this project, and I have a bucket of them, and I always dig out whenever I use a pair of horseshoes. I try to find 2 that look the same. And today, while I was digging, I found 2 basically brand new ones. So they were in the bucket, so that's what I'm going to use. I don't know why those were in there, but they were. All right. This is the board. All right. Ooh, pretty. It's a piece of a pallet, and I just take the. I have one of them diamond cutoff wheels for my angle grinder that's got the cutoff wheel on it, and I just run it down in between and cut all the nails. I'm nervous about doing that with a composite wheel. I'm afraid it might clog up, you know. So we'll see about it. That's just the way I am with it. So, anyways. Oh yeah. Got one of these going on now. That's new. I'm gonna color this board right quick, and then I'll stop and read the chat for a minute. Catch up. Oh. And you can do this or not do this, or, you know, all kinds of options. I personally just like to, I think it gives the wood a little bit of character. Caricature, if you will. And this is the bottom side, because this is the side that's got the mark from the angle grinder. This will be the top side, and I just leave the nail heads in it too. So. Just remembered I got a fire going behind me. This also helps with a bunch of the little splinters and stuff. I don't have a sander that I could sand this with, so I just leave it kind of rough. The only thing I did do is I took my block brush to it and scraped the block brush along all the surfaces, just to kind of make sure there was nothing pokey on it. Alright, that's all the corners, or all the edges. And then, so now we have that. And when I'm all done, I'll coat it with boiled linseed oil as well. I'm going to take a smoke break. Up, up. And let's see. Let me see why you don't do live streams, huh? Yeah. Come on, David, what the hell? The hinge pins are still definitely in place. And it's not that hot, Daniel. I burn myself all the time. Not really worried about a little bit of warm pine. All right. So, how far behind is that? No, it's not too bad. All right, got that done. Yeah, get some shit hot, huh? Horseshoe in the fire. Oh man, I can't do this with the. I have to be looking at OBS. There we go. And yep, okay. Most everything's in view. Oh, you know what I forgot? I gotta get a punch out. Okay, I literally just made that punch and now I don't know where it's at. That's great. Now we'll do it with this one, I guess. That kind of pisses me off. Like, I don't remember putting it away or anything. No. Oh well. I'll make it work. First thing I'm going to do is widen up a couple of the holes. Because those are for the wall screws. Throw it on the ground because that's where it needs to be. there was throw it on the ground again, because that's what I'm really good at. And I took and there we go. Drifted out 2 of those holes so they'll fit a sheetrock screw. Alright. Now the other side is going to be fine because this is a brand new horseshoe. So. Now we'll get it hot and turn it into a bracket. Hey, easy on the burning horseshoes now. Ah, I found that punch. Oh, and a hammer I've been missing. Cool. Under the anvil. Good deal, I needed that. Alright. We're going to the vise. The wall side. Like that. Oh boy, that didn't work. Let's see, wall side. Yeah, there we go. And I got to make sure that side's flat, that side's not pushed out. It is. That is fine. Okay. And that one's basically done. Black brush, clean it off. Alright. And that's the whole bracket right there. Like, so this side here will be bolted up against the wall. And then this is the top, obviously, where the shelf goes on. Put another shoe in the fire. Alright, let's see here. So this one is that side, so this one is that side. This goes that away. Yep. And these have to be bent opposite. Obviously, I guess. Right? Alright, I'm about tired of the beeswax. You don't want to wax it. A little bit of spray vegetable oil works wonders. One bracket done. I don't drift the holes for the top because I attach it to the board with horseshoe nails. So the horseshoe is already fitted for those kind of nails. All right. Real quick, like probably, yeah, right there. Now I will say, however, like I have a pile of used horseshoes right over here on the ground, like over there in the corner. And if I'm using used horseshoes when I do this, I knock all the nails off in the vise just with a chisel, and then I got a little punch that just punches the nail heads right out. If I use used shoes, I do drift the holes for the board as well, because the rust and whatever gets in there, and they don't usually sink in as good as they should. So. All right, put the hammer on the pedal. I'm done with that. Do it on there, or I'll do it on the end. Come on. And I don't have a large selection of tongs with me today. I brought tongs, but did not bring the right tongs, so I'm trying to do everything with these 3/8 bolt jaw tongs that I got from Blacksmith Supply at the Tom Tongs when I was at Quad State. And nobody mentioned my safety glasses being on top of my head where they're doing a whole lot of good. I just realized it when I reached up to scratch my head. Got that out of the way. It's just easier to do that while it's flat and not curved and trying to hold it. Alright, I'll do as close as I can get on the vise for this one. Oh, that's all I got right there. Alright, so put the wall side in the vise. Wait a minute. Yeah. I just did it that way though. Huh, whatever. Oh, that looks about right. It's got to cool off a little bit more. Smells like somebody's cooking too. Love that smell. Alright, that one's done. Alright. Well, that was so hard. Yeah, all of that work for 2 horseshoes. Alright, so, if that's the case. Hey, you know what? I didn't burn any shoes this time. Woohoo! Alright, I'm going to just stick that in there for the fun of it. Go grab some more Coke. Let that cook for a minute. Alright. Okay. So this board is 42 inches long, and so for it to look halfway decent, I'm going to go from the center. I'm going to go out 16 inches to a stud, and from the center, I'm going to go out 16 inches to a stud. That's where the centers of my horseshoes are going to line up. So, those should be cool enough now. It's not going to wash them off. Alright, this one is that one, and that's not right. Well, screwed that up. I got to get it hot again. Who knew it wasn't going to be easy, right? Let's see. Which end are we going to... Let's see. Do that go this way or that way? That's the back. Alright. So, if that's the back, that means this goes on this side. Alright. Oh, that's what it looks like there. Where did my OBS go? Ah. There it is. Must have hit my deal there. So that's what it looks like there. With 3 nails sticking up. So then, I don't know what I did with my other pliers, so I'll just use these. I'm going to cut these off. Ooh, just a hair above. Or not. I'm doing a live stream. What's up?
How did you know I was going to ask you that?
What?
What you were doing. But I was going to say I did. Where are you?
And then
Who are you talking to?
the camera. I'm talking to the camera.
Oh, you're making a video?
Yes. Say hi.
Hi.
yes. All right. It's going to go on there.
Is that gonna be on YouTube?
Yep.
So like,
That's the way I want it to look. Okay.
so like if I hook you up, then I can watch that video right there.
Yep.
Dang, this is like a restaurant here.
That's right.
That's making me hungry.
Is it?
Yeah,
Please.
because it smells like a restaurant in here. Are you making what that is?
Making the same thing. All right. Do the same thing at this one. Ooh, that one's kind of warm. That's too warm to mess with.
So black.
We have a supervisor. All right. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now then, I got my 16-inch mark right there. And I line up the two holes I punched with that. Flip it over. There's the pliers I was looking for earlier.
The chicken keeps on going after me with my light. It's not a light. It's this.
Yes, I know. She comes after everybody.
Chicken does?
Yep.
No.
She even chases your mom around.
Yeah.
All right, now that that's level.
He chased me on this.
Hey, don't be just coming through here. All right. Now, the only thing left is, what are the, I know what it is. evaluate where the middle hole is. Ugh! And I'm going to bend the nail over. I hate that. Alright. Now I don't remember what distance apart these are. So I'm going to measure that real quick. 4-inch intervals. Okay. Start from the middle, work my way out. I go 4 on each side. I do remember that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That one's going to come right out the top. I can feel it. And now we came out the bottom. But the bottom is better than the top. Maybe. And that's why I have a pin punch right here. To sink that back down inside the board. It's always good fun when a chicken's chasing a kid, right? No, he was not. I just watched you run by and he was running beside you.
No, he just took off. I was trying to get him and then he went off after me. I was trying to get him. I was chasing him.
Really? Alright, well, one of them is underneath the anvil. Austin, what are you doing? I swear. Quit running through here. Go around the outside. Anyways, I'm going to finish 2 more of these. I'm going to do the other ones later. Because you guys don't want to watch me sit here and just do nails all night long, right? God damn it, man. Alright, Alexis is becoming frustrated. What? Okay. know what? Work smarter, not harder. One, two, three, okay. Nope. Right out. Hmm? Yeah. And it came out the bottom anyways. Do I care? No! Where'd the pin punch go? There it is. Why does this have to be so difficult? Missed.
No. You know what I did with my foot?
Stop.
No. I did this. This is what I did.
Okay. Alright, so that's the gist of it. And then it mounts to the wall. Ta-da! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Except for putting it together while I'm on camera. You know, I built a few of these and never had an issue with it. And now all of a sudden, everything's falling all over the place, dropping everything. I'm telling you. Alright, what time we got? Time to... Alright, good enough. Fuck me. And I lost 3 horseshoe nails. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and I missed 2. Oh my goodness. Alright, alright, alright. Where is... Calm down, huh? Uh, or I will come unhinged. Yeah, it's too late for that. It's irritating. Like, this is the third one of these I've built, and it's just kind of irritating that everything's just not working the way it should. Everything keeps dropping, and like everything went smooth before, so. Ah, wonder how far behind we are there. Oh wow! So from while I'm sitting here right now, on the stream, I am apparently hammering in the last nail that came out the front with a spinning wheel of death. Come on. Oh, let me type in here. Oh. Yes. Oh. I'm telling you, this shit's pissing me off. I'm sitting here looking at the stream, and I'm watching the spinning wheel of death. I'm watching. It never buffers. Like, my up speed must be shit. Ah. And all of the buffering has got me right there now. Like, about 4 minutes behind. 103 and 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes behind. Wow. I think. Oh, I know how to check that. I can look at OBS. The stream shows me at 103, 104. And OBS shows me at. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, there it is right there. 140. No. 45. No. 45 minutes? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, right? I mean, John, I've done a few of them. And I go to do one on a live stream because, I've done this twice already. This is going to be easy. And everything just goes to shit. So, what are you going to do? Holy fuck. Ugh. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I'm sitting here watching me, not doing anything else. So yeah. Oh, I know what I can do. Check this out. I'm not on OBS, so I can't see what I'm doing. Get the mouse, go back to OBS. is I've got, I built, man, oh, this thing is too sensitive. I hate this mouse. I set it down and it clicks. And it clicks me off of what I'm doing. But I got a set of fullering dies. And then I built a pair of flat ones to switch in it now. The fullering dies actually didn't do shit. So, we find something to beat up. No. See if I can make a square out of that. And by the way, now we're out of project mode, and my fucking microphone is facing the wrong way, so you probably can't hear me anyways. But now I'm out of project mode and into fuck around and find out, alright? So. Everything just needs to go. I know why Yamez's floor looks the way it does. Everything just goes there. No, I'm not gonna run the compressor. That's too loud. Besides, I got to give Kevin time to get back from feeding the horses. So. And then just give it a little bit of cleanup. That looks way hotter on camera. And you guys haven't even got to that point yet, have you? That's not bad. 2 heats. I don't know. It works pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that. I don't feel like making the Damascus. Okay. So, where are we at here? So we're at there. There we go. Now I can see the damn chat. At the same time, I'll be right back. Okay. Oh man, that's a nice looking treadle hammer in the background there. Yes, it was, Roy. Yes, it is. There I am. I don't know when you dropped in, but maybe when I was using it. I don't know. Where's the stream at now? Hey, you can get your treadle hammer at your treadle hammer kit from ChristCenteredIronworks.com, right? Hashtag not sponsored. Uh, Roy, I don't know if you're still going to be in here when this part goes live because it's about 4 minutes behind. But what do you think of the paint job on it? I mean, like, I can't really get any closer than that because of the restrictions and whatever. But because I've only got so much cord. But I thought it was a neat little touch to do the next to the last plates in green before I put the outside plates on, and I did the whole rest of it in that hammered metal, like gunmetal gray or something like that. I like it. Back to OBS. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And where's my audio? Audio's tickling the yellow, so you guys should be able to hear me okay. And it does hit it. I rigged it. I rigged it up pretty good. It does hit pretty. It does hit pretty hard. I like it. It does not hit hard with air yet, though. Only having 100 pounds of air makes it fairly weak in that regard. It's just I've got to get a new compressor. The one I have maxes out at 100 psi, and that's just not going to do it. So I can get it to balance it and make the dies smack each other. But if I put some hot steel in between it and do it, it just barely leaves a mark. And so, yeah. So I'm going to get a new air compressor. Before I adjust it beyond where it's at, I'm going to get a new air compressor and then dial it in to the air with when I get the new air compressor. So that's my plan anyway. Oh. All right, all right, all right. You know what? Just for you, John, I'll hook up the air. Even though that was 4 minutes ago, maybe more. My compressor is not plugged in because if it was, because it's just right there. But that was 100 ps. That was hitting with 100 psi. Now I know during church I said you probably couldn't break a finger in between the dies, but if you could hear that, it would probably break a finger. It's just yeah, it's 100 psi is not quite enough. And then my treadle pedal comes straight out, obviously, like they all do, and then goes around both sides of the anvil and around the front. So it's around the whole anvil thing. And I did the anvil with, and I know it's hard to see because I only have so much cable, but I took my Harbor Freight 55 with the 4140 face on it, and then built a stand basically. Set it on a piece of 1-inch plate on a piece of 5-inch square tubing on a piece of 5-inch C-channel, and because the Harbor Freight has a 3/4 inch hardy hole or something like that, I took some 1-inch steel and made a little block off the side and welded it to the side of that 4140 1/2-inch thick plate. And that's the hardy hole is now on the side of the anvil. It's got a 1-inch hardy hole on the side of the anvil. And I thought that would, and it was simpler than grinding that that anvil, the stump on the heavy hammer upgrade. It was much easier than grinding that thing down to 3/4 of an inch. So glad I went that route. Works like a champ. And Roy, so I've got an idea on the air cycling. I know you're working on it, but I have this air valve, right? And this is this is air in, and this is air out in this position, and this one is air out in this position. So it's out, out, depending on the position of the switch. And it only moves about 3/8 of an inch. These two holes over here are exhaust valves. And I'm trying to figure out if I plumb this into both sides and then have it some way with a weight or whatever where it'll actuate this switch. Even if I can't figure that out, I mean, that's just a toe switch. I mean, I could just literally have like a on the throttle on a race car, it's got a toe pedal that comes up over your toe, so you can actually lift the throttle up if the spring doesn't return it. And if you put a toe pedal on that, and I mean, it's just like a 3/8 of an inch movement, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, this particular valve is like $125 though. They're made in Italy. It's a valve out of my truck. This one leaks a little bit, and it's annoying, like sitting right next to me in the cab going all the time. So I had him order me a new one, and I kept this one because it still works for a spare. But I mean, hell, that's been 3 years ago, and at this point, if I need a spare, I'll have them order me another one. So when I get back to work, I got to get the parts to plumb that in. But I'm going to see what I can do with that thing, and I don't know. Still got to get a compressor, though. Daniel Crawford. I assume you're all done with Brady, huh? You're out of that game, right? Have you moved yet, or what's the story, Morning Glory? Ugh. I'll be there about 10 a.m., huh? Oh, you're okay. I got, never mind. I'm a little bit behind. Or I'm not behind. The stream is behind, but you haven't caught up to me yet, but I see that you've already answered the question I asked. You're headed north, I guess. You're supposed to be there about 10 a.m. Right on, dude. I'm so happy for you. I really am. You really needed to do something different. I swear, I mean, you've worked for that company from company to company, Avita or Precision to Avita to Brady, and it's but at the same time I'm working at the same company because the company just keeps getting sold and bought and sold and bought. But man, I swear to God, you've been there since they invented drilling. I mean, come on now. I'm surprised you don't tell stories about back when you used to move rigs with teams of mules. But I'm glad you're moving on to something more promising and maybe not quite as intensive. I know you're probably going to appreciate not having to work 120 hours a week because, whereas for me right now, I don't know what to do with my time if I'm not working that much, but I can see there's going to be a time when the 80-hour weeks are just going to get old. I need a treadle cam, and Rob, that's actually a fair point, but just because the HDMI cable is only so long going to the TV, the PC can only be so close, and then there's only so much cord from the PC to the webcam. So I'm limited as to how far I can stretch everything out, and I've got, like right now I'm looking at it, and the cord to the PC from the camera is right here at like neck level on me, and the cord is dipped down about knee level. So that's how much slack I've got in my camera cord. So yeah, and it's not I don't have any any fancy recording setup or anything like that, because I don't do this often enough to really warrant the expenditure. I mean, you know, I fill in for Yamez from time to time, and when I do an Alexis Unhinged, I mean, like, it's just me sitting right here in front of the camera, like, hey, 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 you know, whatever, I don't know. But, so I don't really need the expensive get-up for that. So, you know, if I ever wind up getting the 1,000 on my the 1,000 subscribers on my channel, and where I can go live from my phone, and whatnot, I might consider like doing like more regular, like on my own channel content. But as it is, with like, I think I got like 466 or something like that. I mean, it's been stagnant there for a couple years, but I don't do much with it, and I honestly don't do much with it because I have access to this channel, and you know, I mean, this is me putting out content on this. You know, gives us watch time and all the ad actual sense. Where in the hell? Anyways, sure. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, yeah. I might someday do, you know, get some better camera stuff with some better cords. I know I've got to get a lapel mic because it's kind of sketchy working with, you know, this mic stretched out, and I've got my soundboard with the microphone turned all the way up so that you guys can hear me kind of over there. Because I know the last time I did this, I went back to rewatch it, and I was like, oh my God, the audio was so horrible. Why didn't anybody tell me? Oh, it was bad. But Daniel, I think you're gonna be colder than you're counting on, but we'll see. Ah. I was gonna do a video. I was gonna do a video on the Treadlehammer build, but I thought that might infringe on some things, so I decided to not document the build and how I put it all together and all that. I was planning on just kind of taking you guys through it on a live stream, but yeah, I don't know. It actually worked out fairly easy because I mounted the 2x4 and I did it with 3/8 inch all thread because my building is made out of pipe. And interesting note, I can weld anywhere in my building because it's made of pipe and it's grounded, and my welder's ground. And yeah, I don't have to. The only time I have to hook up my my ground lead is when I'm welding over here at the post vise. Like all the welding I did on that right there, I could just bring the positive lead out and weld right to it. It was really neat. I only realized that because I had the ground lead on here and I was working on something on the post vise, and I turned around and I hit the heavy hammer with the welding lead, and it arced, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, that's cool. But anyways, and then I had a lot of side to side wobble on that 2x4. Like the hammerhead would really wobble around. And so what I did to stiffen that up is where the brackets where the hammer mounts to the wall, those two brackets, I took a piece of 1.5" angle iron and I put it right up against the back of that bracket, like that way, you know, with the let's see, I don't know if you probably can't see it. And let me get back to OBS. So right here, down each side, there's this piece of an inch and a half with the point of the angle iron facing out, and then I welded it to the pipe behind it, and I welded it to the bracket. And now the only play in that hammer is right right here in the bolt. There's no, the board doesn't move at all. The bracket doesn't move at all. It's just the hammerhead that moves. And so that was a really, really big improvement because when I was just fooling around with it, trying to get everything set, yeah, I mean, it was just when I was working the treadle before I had the extension on or whatever. I mean, the hammer would just kind of like it was kind of all over the place. So I really had to stiffen that thing up. And the only other thing I did different was this top plate right here for the 3 springs. I cut out a second one. I put this one on top of a piece of plate, and I cut out a second one to hook the springs into and hook them to the top of the hammer. Instead of using the chain or the bit of chain and that long bolt through here, I just used 2 of these plates. And that actually, the 2 plates with the speed link, the quick link, worked out to be the perfect length for where I put my top bit. And Roy had told me, I think, 6 inches up, and then I wound up having to actually move it up 1 more hole after I got it set. So, yes.
Whenever you get done, I need you to talk to your grandson and break something down. We have been unsuccessful at breaking it down as to why it is illegal to do that.
Okay.
We just can't fucking figure out how to say it, apparently.
Right, okay. Anyways, here I am. Yeah, so, you know, I did have to do some things a little bit differently, but all in all, I like it. It's, well, I mean, just now, that's only the second time I've used it. I tried it the first time the other night with the fullering dies, just to see what would happen. And then, yeah, so those flat dies are actually worked out pretty good. And I set it so that I have everything set so that, you know, my dies are all the same size and all that, and so everything will hit flat and level. It's just, I don't know. That was a bit of a figure, you know, like put it all together, get everything like flat and level, and then tack it all together, and then pull it apart and weld everything up so that when you're hammering, the dies hit flat and not like at an angle. So what else we got here? Officially retired. Hell yeah. 20 years in the patch. All right, good night, John. Well, you're probably already gone, but, you know. Oh, anyways. Yeah. So that treadle hammer that's really nice. I gotta say, I like it. And, man, I'm kind of sad that I got to go back to work tomorrow. But it's not practical to have that at work. There's no solid structure I could bolt it to or anything like that. So it's gotta stay here. And huh?
Aaron wants me to the vibrator thingy.
Oh.
On the back side.
And then that's another type of hook I've been making there. Instead of welding it, like a roommate wanted me to weld that together for him. He said, can you just weld 2 horseshoes like this? And I was like, sure. And then, you know, punch 2 holes, rivet it together. I think it looks cooler. But what's up?
We're going to the store real quick.
Okay.
AJ's sitting outside.
Okay. Hi, guys. What do we got? We got 32. All right. We still got time. Ordered an Antarctica snowsuit, good to minus 75. You're gonna need it. You've been in Texas long enough that this winter's gonna be tough on you. I know my first winter in New Mexico, up in the mountains. That was something else. I mean, that was the first time I'd ever been anywhere where it stayed like below freezing for any length of time. I mean, like a week, and then moving up to Wyoming where it gets down to like 40 below, but it only gets that cold for like 3 days. But you could get 2 to 3 weeks below zero, like -5, -10. It might warm up to 5 degrees in the middle of the day, something like that, and you get that for a couple week stretch. But yeah, no, but it wasn't that bad because I had an incremental thing. I went from Texas, all of my life in Texas, to with the exception of my time in the military, to New Mexico / Colorado, and then from there to Wyoming. And I honestly, when I left New Mexico, my plan was I wanted to go to work the North Slope in Alaska, and I thought that'd be cool, but winter. And I thought, well, I mean, it gets like 40 to 60 below up in Alaska. It gets 40 below in Wyoming. I mean, like, once you get that cold, I mean, it being colder doesn't really make much of a difference. So I thought if I can handle the winter in Wyoming, I could handle the winter in the North Slope, and I could. I handled the winters in Wyoming just fine, and I could handle the North Slope just fine if I had to. But at the end of the day, it's the oil field, and you have to know somebody. And at the time, I mean, I didn't know somebody on the slope until like a year ago. So. And at this point, here I am. I'm invested. I got a house. I got 2 blacksmith shops. One here, one at work. I've been working at the same place for 10 years. Longest I've ever been employed in one place. And prior to being here, my longest previous employment was the U.S. Air Force for 4 years. And I mean, after working where I work, I'll never move iron anywhere else. I will work here, and when I'm done at RDL, provided they don't like shut down or whatever in the next 8 years, when I decide I'm done, I'm just going to retire. I got 8 years. If they shut down or something before that, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'll have to have I'll have to move iron somewhere else, I guess, as much as I hate to do it, because I really work for the best company on earth. Is it supposed to do that? Man, I wish I knew what you were talking about there, Daniel. And I wish the stream wasn't so far behind. But it is what it is, so. Yeah. Did a great job. Well, thank you, Roy. I appreciate it. And like I said, there's the delay because of buffering. Not much I can do about that. But I'm really excited to get a better compressor and test this thing out, because yeah. Anyways, go around that side. Don't come through here. So that's, oh yeah, I don't know if I ever showed you guys this either though. Right down here, like, nope, that's all I got. Never mind. The base for my post vise, That's a loader fork, you know, that's 5 inches thick, 8 inches wide, and like 2 feet long. The thing weighs 275 pounds. And the only thing I messed up in with is like when I'm on the lever to close it, it wants to tip that way. I don't really have a way to. I should have maybe turned the post vise sideways on it. I don't know, but it does really good for this direction. You know, front and back. You ain't turning it over. You ain't moving it. So. Huh? I was forging.
What?
I made another shelf. That one right there, behind you. And then I was messing around with the treadle hammer and testing it out.
You were testing it out with this one?
No, I was testing it out with just some random steel. Just a bit of scrap that I had laying around to see how it moved it.
You were doing this one?
Nope, I'm not using that. You can play with it. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a show because I got to get this whole place cleaned up and set up for me not being here. And that way it's clean and ready to go when I get back next month. So you guys have a great night. And, you know, yeah, like Daniel Baca said, be creative. Have a good week, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Sunday. Right. Well, now I'm just waiting here as soon as I see me get up.